Hi everybody, it's Liam here from BiggerPlate.com, coming to you today from the beautiful city of Austin, Texas. I've been based here for the last 2 months, working with individuals and organizations here in Texas to help them go further with mind mapping. As always on my travels, I like to share what we can see happening at BiggerPlate in terms of mind mapping within the country. So in this short video, I wanted to provide a quick look at our USA insights whilst taking on a little bit of a visual tour of the city of Austin. So let's get going. At the time of recording, we have just over 42,000 registered members from the USA, based on those who've added country information to their BiggerPlate profile. This makes the US the largest member group on BiggerPlate by far, with nearly twice as many members as the UK, which is our second largest member group. With our total member population now standing at nearly 260,000 members worldwide, this means the US represents 16% of our total member population. Since launching BiggerPlate.com in 2008, the US has always been our biggest source of website traffic and registered members. Now, until the pandemic slowed everything down a bit, it's also been the country where our mind map training and consulting services have been the most in demand. As things have gradually returned to normal over the last year or so, I'm pleased to say that we're now helping lots of new clients with their mind map projects here in the US, hence my being located here for the last 2 months, and it's great to be back. So what else can I tell you about mind mapping here in the US before I turn into a bit of Texas barbecue in the sunshine? Well, when we look at the software preferences of our USA members, we can see the following. Top of the named software list here in the USA is Mind Manager, with 4.9% of our US members choosing this powerful mind mapping software as their favorite tool of choice. I actually suspect the numbers might be a bit higher for Mind Manager in our community, but a large proportion of our US members have not actually specified their favorite software in their BiggerPlate profile. Now, the reason I say that I think the number is probably higher is because we've worked for many years here in the USA with clients, and anecdotally I can say that Mind Manager is definitely the software name we get asked about the most, and certainly it's what many of our training and consulting clients here in the USA are using. Mind Manager is heavily geared towards business users and boasts powerful project and planning functionality, and so it seems to be the current tool of choice among larger business customers here in the USA. And it also has a strong user base within the local, state and federal government agencies too. With a great sales and support team here in the US and an ever-improving product offering for enterprise customers, I suspect Mind Manager is likely to strengthen its position at the top of our US software list over the next year or so. Second in the most popular software list here in the US is iMindMap, with 3.6% of our American members choosing this creative mind mapping software as their favorite tool. As we've seen from my previous videos in Thailand and India, iMindMap continues to be a very popular software choice around the world, including here in the US, despite the fact that the software is unfortunately no longer being actively developed. How long can iMindMap continue to retain its place in the top 3 lists around the world remains to be seen, but at the moment its popularity shows little sign of decreasing just yet. Third on the list is XMind, with 3% of our US member community preferring this creative, elegant mind mapping software from the team in Shenzhen, China. With an excellent free product and a well-priced pro product, it's a solution that genuinely works across all platforms, including mobile and online. XMind continues to attract a large and loyal following of mind mappers, including here in the USA. Recent announcements bringing AI into the XMind tool are sure to get some further attention and reflects just the latest development from this highly innovative software provider. So, as I prepare to pack up and leave here after 2 months, what are some of the key takeaways for BiggerPlate and our member community here in the US? Well, there are a couple of Texas-sized topics of interest for us. Firstly, there's this kind of big business appetite for mind mapping. It's a difficult thing to illustrate perfectly with data, but really the biggest thing I can feel in our working activities here in the US for many years is a distinct appetite and interest in mind mapping tools and techniques as something new that can help people solve problems and pursue opportunities. Now, we can see evidence of this in demand for our Plus and Pro membership upgrades from the US and in our consulting sales when compared to any other country. But there's a harder to quantify sort of energy and enthusiasm for mind mapping and an engagement with it here that is quite unique and very exciting. It seems that mind mapping still has a long way to go here in terms of being widely known or used in business. It's still new to a lot of people I talk to, even though it's been around for a long time. Now, from my perspective, that's undoubtedly a great opportunity, both for software vendors who are trying to grow their user base and, of course, for BiggerPlate and our member community. As the training and consulting part of our business hopefully returns to pre-pandemic levels, there's no doubt in my mind that a majority of that work is going to be happening here in the US. And while I'm on the subject, if you are working in a US company and want help to go further in your business with mind mapping, just give us a call. The second important theme for us here in the US is education, and a common theme from my videos from India and Thailand was the growing importance of education generally as an area for attention and focus at Bigger Plate. Well, the same is certainly true here in the USA, where we seem to be attracting ever-growing numbers of new members from American colleges, and it seems to be both staff and student members joining our community. Developing resources, therefore, for the education market is an important focus for us over the next few months at Bigger Plate. And you'll soon be seeing new e-learning courses arriving at biggerplate.com focused on helping students to leverage mind mapping for note-taking, subject summaries, written assignments, and exam preparation. These new courses will all be included with our newly launched Bigger Plate Plus membership, making it easier and more affordable than ever for students around the world to access these and other resources at Bigger Plate. Our hope is that we can also start to provide campus-wide access to the learning resources we provide by engaging directly with institutions, particularly here in the US, who may want to give their staff and students access to learning resources that can help people fully leverage whichever mind mapping software has been chosen by the institution. More on that to come, but of course, if you're working at a US college, please do get in touch. So that's it from me here in Austin, Texas. If you have any questions, ideas or feedback about this video or our work here in the USA, please drop them into the comments below. Next up for me is a return to the UK for the first time in over a year, and I'll aim to share some UK insights with you soon. So make sure you subscribe to the Bigger Plate channel here on YouTube to stay updated with new resources and insights to help you go further with mind mapping.